William Hatcher is in this team this season. And we'll also get a look at the roster of Iberostar Tenerife. So Pierre-Antoine Zillet there. This team coached by Viντορέτα, Javier Beyron. We'll start from the bottom. Tim Abromaitis, Zillet, Thaddeus McFadden. He's exciting, isn't he? Sebastian Scythe, the Spain international. Ferenc Basas, Brusino is back. Mamadou Nyank, Colton Iverson, Luca Staiger, and Rodrigo San Miguel. So Iberostar Tenerife, one of the 4 teams in the history of this competition to start a campaign with 6 wins and no losses. And already Segafredo Virtus Bologna, in their first ever Basketball Champions League campaign, they have won a hard-fought game against another Greek team in Greece, against Prometheus, 95-85. So they have actually improved to 7-0. But this Iberostar Tenerife team, they've now won the most games among all teams in Basketball Champions League history with 34. They'll be going for number 35 tonight. But this PAOK team, without question, loaded with quality, full of confidence, coming here, riding a 3-game winning streak in this competition. There's Viντορέτα. He led them, the coach, to the title 2 years ago. Last season, he upship, moved to the mainland, so to speak, to Valencia, and coached Valencia Basket. And now he has returned this season to coach Iberostar Tenerife. Definitely one of the more exciting teams to watch in Spain, and certainly in the Basketball Champions League. A lot of fun always watching these guys get up and down the floor, whether it's Mamadou Nyank, McFadden, Ferenc Basas, Beyran. These fans really do enjoy watching them play. And one of the more memorable basketball occasions that I've certainly been a part of was watching them play and host the Final Four a couple of years ago. For a long time, it looked like they'd make it back last season, but once you get to the playoffs, it's a different game, and it's almost more of a knockout mentality, and they just didn't have what it took last season. But they look like they're hell-bent for leather to get back this season, that's for sure. Tenerife 6-3 in 5th place in Spain's top flight. And saw interesting McFadden there, used to play at PAOK, made a lot of headlines 2 years ago in the first season of the Basketball Champions League with that team. And of course, William Hatcher, he played for Partizan Belgrade in that first season. And now he's back with PAOK for a second stint. Here are the referees for tonight. Saverio Llanzarini from Italy, Goran Slivic from Austria, and Marek Kúkličík from, I think it was the Slovak Republic. It was indeed Marek Kúkličík. So we'll also get a look at the starting 5s here for both of these teams. Starting with PAOK. And PAOK is a team that really you can never sleep on. I mean, they could be mired in a losing streak and come out and beat the best team in the competition. So they will be up for this game tonight. Make no mistake about it. And they're going to start with Yannick Morēra, Χρυσικόπουλος, Koniaris, Tepitts, and Phil Γκος. there's Papa-Theodorou, the coach. And we'll also get a look at the starting five of Iberostar Tenerife here in just 1 second. Led by Viντορέτα. It just seems like a marriage made in heaven with him here in Tenerife. So he's going to go with San Miguel, Colton Iverson, McFadden, Abromaitis, and Beyron in his starting five. So that's pretty impressive quintessential quintet to start things off here. And Viντορέτα, who also has been an assistant coach with Spain in the past, was with them at the Olympics in Rio, and the year before that when they won the Eurobasket in France. So if you look back at this winning streak from PAOK, they were staring at an 0-4 start when playing against Nanterre in Greece and Thessaloniki, and they had the most unlikely of late comebacks. Zadas was fouled while attempting a three-pointer and made all 3 free throws with 11 seconds. And then, after a missed shot by Nanterre, on the rebound, Miguelis Manzares got the ball and was fouled by Gamble, Nanterre's center, and he went down and made 1 of 2 free throws, and they escaped with a 1-point win. So the 3 free throws tied it, and then the 1 free throw by Margaritas won it. And since that point, they've won against Opava from the Czech Republic. And then, of course, last week, they won against Freeboard. So you would not consider Opava and Freeboard 2 of the stronger teams. But if they come out and get a win tonight, that is going to raise eyebrows. No doubt about it. Good evening, folks. Welcome to the island of Tenerife, where you're always in a dreamlike state. Such a wonderful place to have Basketball Champions League action. And tonight is Iberostar Tenerife against PAOK. PAOK in the black. And Koniaris is going to start things off with a long shot, and Beyron is going to grab the rebound. Colton Iverson battling with Morreira down low. Now he comes up to set the pick. San Miguel, cross court to McFadden. He drills it. The pride of Flint, Michigan. Well, they got some great players that come from that part of the world, don't they? Morreira bounce pass inside to Milenko Tepitz. For so long played for Serbia's national team. Abromaitis hands it off to San Miguel. San Miguel looks to make the pass. He's going to drive all the way. And he is going to earn a trip to the line after the foul by Χρυσικόπουλος. Good call by the ref. You saw Χρυσικόπουλος rake San Miguel on the right arm. San Miguel has played a lot of games for Iberostar Tenerife. He was also at Valencia basket earlier before he came here. And he's played so well that he's actually earned a spot with Spain's national team playing in the World Cup qualifiers. Makes just 1 of 2 at the line. Played 3 World Cup qualifiers to San Miguel for Spain, who are 7-1. Now Tepitz over to Χρυσικόπουλος. Hits the three-pointer. McFadden over to San Miguel. He'll take that. Abromaitis, good position, goes up. Good defense down low by PAOK. Still Γκος, the veteran, dribbling around. Number 32, now Koniaris. And backcourt violation. A little bit of a signals getting crossed there. No, he just lost control of it. 35 years of age, Phil Γκος. He's like fine wine, isn't he? He's getting better with age. McFadden again, puts one up. This time a little long. Pass to Morέira. Like outside to Χρυσικόπουλος. Goes to work. Goes to the baseline. Hands it off to Koniaris. Now Γκος fouled while attempting the three, so he will go to the line for 3 free throws. San Miguel was guilty of that foul, and Γκος makes the first. And drills the second. Well, Γκος came into this shooting 90.9% from the line. He only makes 2 of 3, but then the rebound by Koniaris. And then that was way too hard by Χρυσικόπουλος. Γκος had hit 10 of his first 11 free throws on the season before those 3 attempts. Now Beyran catches it. Ball goes off of Iverson, Colton Iverson, into the hands of Γκος. Good defense from Beyran, another of those players that has made the Spain roster during the World Cup qualifiers. Koniaris, three-pointer's good. Brought a little bit of rain with that one. Now the pass intercepted by Tepitz. Crosses midcourt. Χρυσικόπουλος. He hits a three-pointer, and Vitoretta has seen enough. Dream start for PAOK. They're out to a 13-4 lead here in Tenerife.
Good job, guys. Good job. Good job. Great job on D. Great job.
Guys, they want to pass the ball front. Now we can do the slip and they pass the ball front.
Next offense for us. Next offense for us.
So I think we're hearing the Greek audio. Apologies. Okay, now here we go.
11. No rhythm at all. They play comfortable. And they are defending. They play against the leader. They change the rhythm immediately. Okay? They are offense with more activity. Now, take care with the pressure. Okay? Fox. And after.
So looking for a little bit more disruptive defense. He sees PAOK just playing very comfortably right now. And they are. But don't forget, they did go out and get a hand in the face on Γκος attempting a three-pointer, and they fouled him. Abromaitis, that'll get him going. Abromaitis, no stranger to three-pointers. And it's a good sign for him to get one early in the game. Another foul called on San Miguel for the reach. Well, just a very slight hand check, it appeared, but that's his second foul, so he will go out of the game. And another foul on Spain, oh, excuse me, Tenerife, so that's number 4, Básas. So he picks one up immediately after coming in. So they're calling it tight, but clearly made contact with a little bit of a grab there. Guarding Koniaris. Oh, a beautiful pass for Χρυσικόπουλος, but the block by Iverson. And it goes off of Koniaris. The phrase "weak stuff out of here" comes to mind. Good reaction by Iberostar. McFadden bothered at midcourt. The high pick, now the roll by Iverson. Básas gets it over to McFadden. That's off the front of the rim. Scrapping for the ball is Iverson, along with Morέira. Well, Iverson just out-hustled Moréira for that. So possession arrow favors Tenerife. Inbounds pass to Básas. Now McFadden, 9 on the shot clock. And then McFadden thinking Abromaitis was going to be popping back out to the corner. So McFadden taking on his former team. He made a lot of headlines. He actually got a game day player of a game day player of the week, or player of the week when he was with PAOK, the top player of the week in the Basketball Champions League. Γκος over to Χρυσικόπουλος. His third three-pointer of the first quarter. Goodness gracious. The rhythm of the music. Here's Básas. Carnival's a big deal in Tenerife, so they always have the instruments here. Morέira over to Kόνιαρης, back to Moréira, and his pass intercepted by Beïran. And now Phil Γκος reaches in and commits the foul. Vitoretta is going to be looking for to get a boost from the bench from Sāith's. That was the foul. He comes into the game, as does his German sharpshooter, Lukas Steiger. Oscar missed the foul. That's now 3. Definitely fouled Sāith. So Sāith, immediately upon coming in, gets the foul called, and some warm applause for Javier Beïran as he goes out, and Nicolas Brusino, the Argentina international, comes into the game. Sāith as well has played in, I believe, all of Spain's World Cup qualifiers. He's now at the line. I think Sāith, one of those few players, Spanish players, that's played college basketball. 4 years at Ole Miss, Mississippi. Bounce pass, Kόνιαρης puts it up. Another one, another three-pointer. They're shooting lights out, folks, here in the first quarter. Five of 7 from three-point range. PAOK right now. Abromaitis. Offensive foul called on Χρυσικόπουλος. Trying to set the pick on Steiger. Sāith, in fact, just in his second year of professional basketball. Although usually, by this point, had he stayed in Spain and already started his pro career, he would have had several years under his belt. Brusino, he had some time with the Dallas Mavericks. Now Básas, in and out. Hatcher in the game as well. He's coming in for Γκος, and he's guarded by Básas. And Zadas, who was the hero of the win over Nanterre, gets the foul called on Steiger. It's foul number 4 on Tenerife. Žilek checks in, the Belgium international, number 31. Steiger comes from the baseline, hands it back off to Básas. Now Scythe has it, wide open, Brusino. Zilei back outside. Here's Básas. And Iberostar Tenerife can't buy a basket, but Scythe is able to steal it away, and then he misses a layup. We'll be glad when this first quarter is over. Zadis, short. Now a chance to run. Básas, back to Brusino. Well, they've got no end of shooters in this team. No shortage. Here's one of them. Pierre-Antoine Gillette. Shooters that can't make a basket right now. I was always kind of taught growing up that when you're struggling, you make a commitment to get the ball inside. But that's not necessarily the script that Chus Vitoretta goes by. He likes to see his players keep putting them up. Eventually they're going to fall. But right now, this Tenerife team, 2 of 11 from three-point range. They're 0 of 2 inside the arc. I mean, what does that tell you? I mean, it's just, they've attempted 2 shots inside the arc. And one of those was that steal, after that steal by Scythe, just a second ago, and he missed it. The other shot was by Abromaitis, and he missed it. Remember, PAOK going for their 4th win. Not too shabby for a team that started 0-3. Even more impressive, Tenerife going for their 7th consecutive win. Hatcher to Γκάρετ, and then the block. Pope thought he was going to dunk it, but Scythe said, "Not in my house, my friend." See if the big defensive play gives them a spark. Steiger. Brusino, count it! It's only a matter of time. They can put the points on the board in a hurry. Now Hatcher pulls up from deep. Jones gets blocked by Brusino right at the end of the shot clock. Right at the end of the quarter, excuse me. We've played one. PAOK lead it 19-12 over Iberostar Tenerife. Well, it's not a pretty picture if you're Tenerife, but they are waking up a little bit. Those 5 threes, you have to think that PAOK will not continually make their shots. Obviously, you got to get a hand in the face without fouling. That was definitely advantage PAOK in that first quarter. And Χρυσικόπουλος coming out firing and hitting not just 1 3-pointer, not just 2 3-pointers, but Χρυσικόπουλος came out and drilled 3 of 4 from three-point range. Okay, folks, a little trivia time. Where?
They are tactical.
Well, wait a minute.
Okay? And go to the offensive rebound. We are missing the shots. Go to the offensive. The first one is for them.
Okay, a little trivia time. Where is the tallest mountain in Spain? And what is it called? The highest mountain. Think about that for a second. So Mount Tede is what it's called here as we start things off. So if you come to Tenerife, you got to come and visit Tede. Mount Tede is a volcano here in Tenerife, and it's 3,718 meter summit is the highest point in Spain. And now another one called on PAOK. They know that a little push from Hàtzèr. So Χρυσικόπουλος says, okay guys, I've done my bit. I've hit 3 threes. I made a beautiful pass to Kόνιαρης, even though he got swatted by Iberostar. Now you guys need to go out and protect the lead. But it's not that easy against a team like Tenerife. With the exception of their 7-point win at Umanuraya Venezia, all of Tenerife's wins have been blowouts. Now Básas drives in and misses. Sάiθ keeps it alive. Gets it back for Spain. That's where he's really good. And now he catches it down low and he scores with a left hand. Mr. Energy. Excelled last season with Burgos in the north of Spain. And now he's brought his game to the Canary Islands. Quick pass down low. Zadis left his feet, was able to get the pass off. Beautiful play. And Γκάρετ puts it in. Side over to Zilé. Bounce pass again. And folks, it's simple. Get a high percentage shot. Watch the ball fall through the hoop. And this is what Tenerife are doing wisely. Getting the ball inside. And Sάiθ now, another trip to the free throw line for him. He's got 4 points already coming off the bench. I like it when the referee hands the player the ball and he doesn't dribble, he just shoots it. But you're going up against McFadden. Zadis drives in. Tépitts. McFadden with the board. Brusíno. To Zilé, Staiger, and well, that time PAOK were ready. Hàtzèr gets in the lane, and Sάiθ hustles down and gets the rebound. Now McFadden avoids the foul. Staiger for 3. That forces PAOK to call timeout. Zadis thought he had the foul there. It wasn't called. Watch, he's going to turn around and talk to the referee and say, I tried to commit the foul. So PAOK called timeout. Tenerife trailing now just 21-19.
Stagger, we play switch, pick and roll. Defense will stagger, we stagger. We play pick and roll switch. Stagger. With МакФάντен gets out, okay. Hey, our offense. 43, our offense. 43. Tepits, Jamal, Darius.
PAOK had that great start, but you can see the three-pointers starting to fall now for Tenerife.
No next. Fake. 2-2. And if they attack even, speed driven. Yeah. It's not there.
Well, Scythe's making a difference with his hustle more than anything. But it just so happens that he's also been able to put the ball in the basket. He's got 6 points, 2 rebounds, a steal, and a block. And that's in 5.5 minutes of action. That is the type of effort which has got him in that Spain team. And I would not be surprised if he was at the World Cup next summer when Spain played. It'd be a tough team to make. Anyway, Zadis drives in. Oh, look at that. Beautiful play. Zadis came over to help, or Scythe came over to help, and I think he picked up the foul. No, he just pushed off on him when he was guarding him from the beginning. Zadis completes the three-point play. He is a wily veteran, to put it mildly. Lourdes Zadis. Now Scythe wants to post him up. Hatcher reading the pass. Now just 7 seconds on the shot clock. McFadden, shot clock winding down, goes off 1 foot. That's what he's good at, folks, creating his own shot. Zadis again, this time he gets rejected, but before that, he traveled. And Brasino caught that ball. He was out of bounds. Jamal Jones was running at him. Hatcher, bounce pass, ball knocked away. McFadden crosses midcourt. Now the turn by Scythe, but then coming over to help out. And quickly, Hatcher lays it up and in. That was Jamal Jones who kind of made sure that Scythe was going to turn the ball over. Hatcher gets his first 2 points. Lead goes back to 5. Darius Γκάρετ comes out, whistled for the foul. Γκάρετ comes out. Morέira back into the game. Now Beïran. Zilei from the right corner. Now just back in front by 2. Zadis gets it to Jones. Hátcher, that's a long 3. Way off target. Tepitz. McFadden thinking they might call a foul. Flies all the way in and scores the layup. So they're calling timeout to wipe up the moisture. Meanwhile, McFadden does what McFadden does. He's a natural scorer. 7 points now for him. That's a team high. Αθηναίου also in the game. Number 7. Bounce pass to Morέira. Good follow through by Moréira. Beïran backs up Γκάρετ. And now the foul. Not Γκάρετ, excuse me. Jones. Fouls on Jamal Jones. Well, they didn't see him doing too much wrong there. McFadden wasn't sure where he was going to pass it. Iverson was there, puts it up, scores with the left hand. Slowly but surely, they're getting back. In fact, they've tied it with that, 28 apiece. Fans taking exception. The assistant coach coming over and appealing. I think he wants some, I don't know if he's saying that they got the shot off in time. I'm not sure what he's saying. So they've called a technical foul now on Vitoretta. No, that can't be right. Papa-Theodorou was called for the technical. And McFadden missed it. Must have been saying that the basket shouldn't have counted, maybe. Αθηναίου, bounce pass. McFadden brings it up. And McFadden got ahead of himself, turned it over. Under 4 minutes now in the first half. 28 apiece. San Miguel back in, chasing Αθηναίου. Now Hátcher gets in the lane, puts up a little runner, and Moréira there for the tap in. Iverson. Quick pass to Moriah, who didn't have good footing there for whatever reason. Beiran. Hatcher. Back to Αθηναίου. Ball hit out of bounds. You might remember Αθηναίου being the player in the very first World Cup qualifier for Greece at Great Britain, hitting that long three-pointer to win the game. Right near the end. Αθηναίου for three. McFadden for three. Good. Tenerife have taken the lead. Hatcher for three. He's going to get it right back. No, he's not. And Beiran gives it over to San Miguel. Abromaitis back in the game, number 21. McFadden loses his footing and his headband. Kept his cool, gave it to Abromaitis. And offensive foul called on. Here we go. On Iverson. Boy, it looked like he hardly touched him, to be honest. Maybe they called a push on him. Oh, they inbound the ball, a little bit of trouble. And it's going to be Tenerife ball. Well, PAOK have got to do better. They've got to be able to inbound the ball. Well, Hatcher had it, both of his hands on it. Staiger. And Scythe, the pass was intended for him. Beiran gets it to Abromaitis, and his pass. Well, Scythe has scored it with the alley-oop. Tepich puts it up, and Beiran catches and runs and slows up. Pass over to Abromaitis, and now another foul called on Tenerife. It's a Scythe. Yeah, for pushing. Scythe for pushing underneath. So timeout on the court, and PAOK with a chance to tie it now or pull to within one late in the first half.
2 seconds. Switch! Jamal. Tépitς. Μορέιρα. Γιάννης. Αθηναίου. And Jamal. Entry pass to Jamal. Pass the ball back and fist. Jamal go corner immediately. Jamal. Right here. Jamal. Go corner immediately.
You can see in the stats that PAOK haven't hit a 3 in this quarter. Iberostar Tenerife now have 6, so they've actually passed them.
Demasiado de gas porque ya no estamos en red. No estamos en red. There is no red, okay? Rodri, fuera.
1, 2, 3.
Hatcher goes behind his back, brings it across midcourt. And now the steal by McFadden. Jones just handed it right to him. McFadden for 3. And Morreira with a rebound. Hatcher down, gets in the paint, hands it off to Morreira for the two-handed jam. Took some anger out on that one. Here it is again. This was for all the fans back in Greece, he says. Back in Thessaloniki.
No saltes, si saltas regalas, regalas.
Regalas, presents, we're giving him gifts.
Another guy, we play 1-1. Small jump the ball in and out. Small jump the ball in and out. Okay. Hey, look at the guys. You switch and every off screen. You switch and every off screen. You talk and you switch. You talk and you switch. Okay, guys.
You can see that the coach has the attention of all of his players over there on that PAOK bench. He must be a hard taskmaster. His way or the highway. 13 seconds remaining in the first half. McFadden. Over to Abromaitis. That's how it finishes. Well, Iberostar Tenerife lead it 33-22 here at the break over PAOK. They trailed by as many as 10 points, but they go to the break on top. Well, what's going to really stand out for you when you look at these numbers, the first quarter, if you remember, PAOK had 5 threes, and I think Tenerife had 1. And now Tenerife have 6, and PAOK still have 5. So that has helped swing the balance to Tenerife. Also 12 PAOK turnovers has not helped the Greeks. Χρυσικόπουλος started fast, hasn't gotten back into the game in the second quarter. See Scythe with those 8 points. So a strong performance for him coming off the bench. And here are the highlights from the first half. Remember, PAOK came into this on a 3-game winning streak and looking to make a statement, but also looking to solidify their place among the top 4 as they try to advance to the playoffs. Iberostar Tenerife have been in a different league, really. They've won all 6 of their games. They came in as just one of 2 teams, 6-0, in this game day, and hoping to go unbeaten into game day 8. But to do that, they're going to have to beat a good PAOK team tonight. So they fell behind early. Some good plays, good shooting by the likes of Χρυσικόπουλος and Koniaris. But Scythe came out and gave a boost. Saw the block. And then the floodgates started to open a little bit once Brusino nailed that 3 from the right corner. Scythe kept getting the job done in and around the basket, for the most part anyway. PAOK kept plugging away, but in the end, Steiger joined the 3-point shooting party. And with the Iberostar Tenerife, what we've got now is 5 different players have hit 3-pointers. McFadden has a couple. So at halftime, it's Iberostar Tenerife on top 33-32 over PAOK. We'll be right back. Well, great game, not surprisingly, here in Tenerife between Iberostar Tenerife and PAOK. PAOK jumping out to the early lead, and Tenerife coming storming back with the former PAOK player Thaddeus McFadden doing some of the damage. And that man right there, Saiz, was, well, he was just terrific with his intensity, wasn't he? And his energy. But a long way to go in this one. And, you know, we're in the regular season, so the name of the game in many respects is survive and advance. And if PAOK get into the postseason, this is not a team really that would be fun to play against. They'll have good players, good coaching. I'm sure their crowd will back them to come out and make a statement. And you remember how Ike did as well last year. Ike barely got, you know, they survived basically and advanced into the playoffs, and then they ended up winning the whole thing. And this PAOK team would love to steal some of their thunder and to go on a deep run themselves. Who are the favorites to win this competition this year? Well, Iberostar Tenerife won it already. The inaugural season last year was Ike from Athens. And could it be Segafredo Virtus Bologna, who remained perfect this week? Won against Prometheus. You just never know. And Besiktas, wouldn't it be interesting to see them struggle in the regular season, but somehow advance to the postseason and then perhaps go on a run? Because in the past, Besiktas have struggled in the postseason after having great runs during the regular season. You just don't know. It's a different season. You go from the regular season to the playoffs, and when the playoffs happen, anything can happen. So San Miguel, Steiger, Zile, Iverson, and Beiran in that starting five here for the second half. Tepitz, Γκος, Marea, Koniaris, and Χρυσικόπουλος in the starting five for PAOK to start this second half. Zile, his bounce pass goes through the lane. I don't think that was by design. And Steiger hustled in there and got the ball, handed it back off to Rodrigo San Miguel. A very popular point guard here. Good pass from Zile inside to Iverson. They whip it around. Beiran, he can stroke it, and he does. Javier Beiran. And now San Miguel reading the pass well. Their biggest lead of the game right now. 4 points for Tenerife. They are looking to turn it up a notch. Of course, that was all possible because of the long offensive rebound by Steiger. That three-pointer by Beiran. The second, third opportunities kill you. Morέira at the free throw line. Steiger turns it over. Χρυσικόπουλος. Morέira at the right place. Did not go up strong, however, for whatever reason. Quickly, San Miguel. And then he was a little, is he going to shoot? Is he going to pass? And did not get a good release on his layup. Goodness gracious, boys. Γκος. Χρυσικόπουλος with the rebound and scores with a putback. So he gets PAOK's first points here in the second half. Steiger. Now Beyron. San Miguel. Quick turn by Χρυσικόπουλος. Gets into the baseline. Now Γκος, the veteran. And Zilei doesn't rebound it. He knocks it out of bounds. And Moriah, it's the jumper to tie it up again. And the foul. Oh, Moriah coming from behind on Iverson. A colleague of mine, Igor Cherkovich, raised an interesting stat that Thaddeus McFadden, his worst game of his BCL career was when he played for PAOK here at Tenerife. Failed to score, missed all 7 of his shots. And he had 10 points at halftime tonight's game. That certainly didn't put Tenerife off signing him. Steiger from deep. Koniaris goes baseline, puts up a reverse. And it looked like Iverson was knocking it away, but the basket puts PAOK back in front. Now Beyron. Iverson's going to take it all the way. Yes, he is. He could have passed to Steiger wide open in the corner, but he said, you know what? I'm a big fella. I can take this. Oh, bounce pass, then the ball knocked out of Moreira's hands. San Miguel to Beyron, to Steiger. But I think Koniaris fouled Beyron. Zilei, back to San Miguel. Beyron on target. Γκος pulls up from deep. Oh boy, that was clutch, wasn't it? Gets it right back. Beyron drifts in and over to San Miguel. And Moriera doesn't rebound it. I'll tell you, San Miguel's probably the one player who has not been able to knock in that three tonight. He can shoot it. I remember when he played in Valencia, he could knock them in, and he's also hit his threes with this Tenerife team, but not tonight. He's 0 for 3. One of them will fall in eventually. That's my prediction. Well, the ball went right through the hands of Steiger. Bounce pass. Oh, the dunk. The drive right down the middle from Γκάρετ. And now San Miguel just slips down, fumbles the ball away to Γκος, who goes in and then misses a layup. But then Beïrán, as he was passing the ball, kind of fumbled out of his hands. He looks at his hands, look at it, he's like, what's going on? Now Iberostar reaches in and fouls Kόνιαρης. Well, he got him in the chin. A little bit of chin music. And that was Γκάρετ flying in for the jam. Iberostar sits down with 2 fouls. McFadden is back. Abromaitis is back. Saiz is back. And you can see Iberostar Tenerife looking to pick it up defensively. Now Χρυσικόπουλος, who has not been a thing of beauty this quarter. The ball fumbles out of bounds. Three-point attempt, too long for Beïrán, off the back of the rim. Now PAOK look to pad their advantage. Behind the back pass, Tépitts. Is he going to top 5 him? He puts it up! Χρυσικόπουλος once again. Three-pointer, no, clangs off the rim. McFadden. Beïrán. Χρυσικόπουλος coming out, not allowing him to shoot the 3, and they're not going to let Abromaitis either. And flying in, swooping in for the rebound is Γκάρετ. And right now, PAOK starting to settle in a little bit. And Kόνιαρης drives in, but misses. Thought he had another highlight reel play there. McFadden brings it up. Kόνιαρης is deceptive. Tépitts. The instructions are no more open 3s, but they've allowed McFadden to get one off, and he missed it. Now Tenerife have cooled just a little. Here it is, San Miguel, is that it? Nope. 0 for 4, San Miguel from deep. I'll tell you, the way Viντορέta was looking over there, he's ready to go home and get some grilled meat and fish with Papa He's a little frustrated. Saiz moves his feet on Jones, gets the block, just took it away. Now it's pass up to Básas. And Abromaitis left his feet with nobody to pass it to, and he turned it over. Now Hachur has it. Hachur for 3, short. Both these teams struggling to put the ball in the basket right now. Saiz goes up. And he goes to the line. I tell you, you don't fully appreciate how athletic Saiz is until you watch him on the defensive end especially. He will get up and block a shot. He's got 2 blocks tonight. He's perfect at the line, 5 of 5. Now with 9 points. Also has 4 rebounds. And he finally missed a free throw. Jones back to Χρυσικόπουλος. Dribbles between his legs, puts it up from deep. Oh my, that was a thing of beauty. Αθηναίου commits the, look at this, commits the foul, Básas, but boy, Χρυσικόπουλος just, that was absolutely gorgeous at the other end. That was like, I'm taking over. Jesus just comes into the game now. Number 5 guarding the inbounds throw by Brusino. McFadden. And Abromaitis gets it off right at the end, but boy, that was a woeful third quarter for Iberostar Tenerife. They just put 9 points on the board, and they now trail heading to the fourth quarter, 48-42. Look at the numbers. Tenerife with 8 threes. PAOK with 7, but shooting now much better for PAOK inside the arc. Shooting numbers dropping for Iberostar Tenerife in that quarter. Some of the highlights of that third quarter. Fourth quarter action underway here in La Hamburguesa. Because the arena looks like a hamburger, that's how it's got that name, La Hamburguesa. Bounce pass. And oh, they've called a charge on Γκάρετ. He called it. And didn't have an inch to turn around. Watch. Oh no, he did. He kind of charged right into Abromaitis right at the end. No complaints. Leading the way for PAOK tonight, Χρυσικόπουλος, who has, you know, when he keeps it together mentally, he's got star quality. He's got 16 points, 5 rebounds, and a steal. He's at +17 efficiency. Básas hands it back off to Saiz. Great catch by Saiz. Every time Tenerife are struggling, when they start making that commitment to go to the basket, it looks like their fortunes change for the better. Now Χρυσικόπουλος over to Jones. And again, the scrap, and the ball turns over. Saiz, they want to run. Básas over to Brusino. Nobody picks him up. Takes the contact and earns a trip to the line. You saw how Brusino kind of twisted his body while he was in the air, almost as if to get the contact. Well, he knew he wanted the contact because it was likely going to get the trip to the free throw line. Jamal Jones picks up his third foul. Brusino, one of the Argentinians to play for Tenerife. Obviously, their longtime player, Nicola Riccati, also from Argentina, captain. Now three-point attempt is good from Αθηναίου. He's always got a big shot at him, doesn't he? Takes it back to a 5-point game. Giannis Αθηναίου. Básas to Saiz, was trying to throw it down, but he threw it off the back of the rim. And injured on the play was Jones. I don't know if he caught a finger in the eye or what, but boy, he is bending over in a lot of pain. Now he's holding his nose. He clearly took a shot to the face. And the crowd, very good sportsmanship, applaud him as he goes over. That's always good to see. The home crowd being generous with their support like that. So Αθηναίου with that latest three for PAOK. He's got the ball. Saiz comes up. And Brusino reaches in, steals it. Great play by Brusino. PAOK's got to knuckle down and play some D now. Básas gets it to Brusino, who goes in for the dunk. Básas thought, why would I shoot it when I've got Brusino to my left and he's a great shooter? And then Brusino just went to the rack. Tepitz from the left corner. Great rebound by Γκάρετ, but he doesn't score with a putback. Now the dump to Saiz, he puts it up and in. And again, it's his long arms and his athleticism that allows him to make that catch. And he's got the explosive jump to where he can go up. He's got 11 points now and 5 rebounds. Not to mention his 2 blocks and 2 steals. Hàtzẹr. Χρυσικόπουλος again, yes! He's on fire tonight, folks. Χρυσικόπουλος, quite possibly his finest hour in the Basketball Champions League. 19 points. And now they spread it around. Básas is going to shoot it this time, and he's going to get that 3 right back. This game has really come to life here in the 4th quarter. Χρυσικόπουλος 5 of 6 from 3-point range. Oh, he fakes the handoff, beautiful pass, and Brusino fouls Γκάρετ. Well, we are definitely seeing the best of Χρυσικόπουλος tonight. He has been absolutely stunning. And that was the play that sent Jones over to the bench. And the way he's looking now, we're not going to see him again. Χρυσικόπουλος again, he feels it. He hits another one. Χρυσικόπουλος, just get him the rock. 22 points, 6 of 7 from three-point range. And all of a sudden, the messages are coming in. Team of the week for Χρυσικόπουλος. Brusino. Boy, we have seen some good shooting performances this season, the Basketball Champions League, and the latest is being turned in by number 4 for PAOK, Linus Χρυσικόπουλος. Will it be enough to get them a valuable road win? What would be a valuable road win here at Tenerife? McFadden was short, grabbed his miss, tried to put it back up. Saiz scraps, and the ball will remain at this end. And Morέira believing the ball should be PAOK's, but there's 2.9 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Here it is again. Oh, you can see why it looked like it did go off of Saiz there. That's why Moréira was insisting, hoping that they would look at the video monitor. .9 seconds, all they give away, an easy one. Saiz is there for the putback. Unbelievable breakdown by PAOK to give that away. Boy, Saiz just so impressive. Haacher, fouled by Staiger. And boy, that was flirting with an unsportsmanlike if I've ever seen one. Staiger perhaps fortunate to get away with one. Watch this. Oh boy, that should have been one, really. He wasn't playing the ball, he was grabbing him by the arm. Haacher. Now the reach and the foul before the shot. Boy, that again, PAOK unlucky not to get the shot. It looked like just as he called the foul, he was going up. But here it is again. No. No, not from that angle. Good call by the ref. 2-point lead for PAOK. Αθηναίου. Moréira. Tough shot, turn around. Oh man, are you kidding me? What a tough shot from Yannick Moréira. Saiz back to Zillet. Staiger for three. Good. Lucas Staiger throws in one from the wing. The crowd trying to give a lift to Iberostar, Tenerife. But this PAOK team is playing excellent basketball tonight. Haacher, pump fake, puts it up. Concentration is there, and the three-pointer is as well. 62-58. How good has this fourth quarter been? It has been utterly outstanding. Tenerife have outscored PAOK 16-14 in the quarter. And we've still got several minutes to go.
They use one dribble, twice. Do it for. We have to deny the free 1, 2, and 3 times. Only they penetrate, it's not your man. We are defending passive, not defending the ball at the shooter.
Boy, Hristopoulos tonight, 8 of 10 from the floor, 6 of 7 from three-point range. He has 5 rebounds. I can't believe he doesn't have an assist. I could have sworn he had one. He's got a steal. He's at plus 23 efficiency. Scythe, meanwhile, his numbers keep going up and up and away. He's got 15 points, 7 rebounds, 2 blocks, and 2 steals. And he's a plus 21 efficiency. Pass back to Steiger. Brusino for 3. Oh, goodness me! Another one! 10 points now for Brusino. The fans getting their money's worth tonight. Αθηναίου dribbles, pump fake. And Αθηναίου was fouled at the line. The 4th team foul on Tenerife, who are going for a 7th consecutive win in this Basketball Champions League season. So they called the foul on Steiger. Hatcher, he lives for moments like this. Now, oh, charge. He called Steiger. Oh no, San Miguel has come into the game, and he's the one who is down, holding his face. I think they want to take a look at this to see if it was intentional, if it was unsportsmanlike. Well, for the sake of the game, you hope it isn't, because it's just been phenomenal. But they're, you know, increasingly going over to check on these things to keep the game clean. Well, with the raised clenched fist, I think he's disqualified. No. Okay. So it was not. We saw the 2 clenched fists raised last night, and the player was ejected. And that was just the 1 raised clenched fist. Look, here's Beïran from the left. It's good. Tenerife back in front. So Beïran, the latest to hit a 3-pointer.
Don't rotate up. 5 side. Here is Γκος. Here is Αθηναίου. Entry pass to Linos. Pass the ball back. Go for a screen. And when he goes for a screen, the same moment, Linos, second move to Γκάρετ. Hey.
Morέiρα, go to a free throw line.
Well, Hatcher is going to inbound the ball after the made 3 by Beïran. So many weapons in this Tenerife team. They haven't played well, really, tonight, probably with the exception of Saiz. But in this fourth quarter, they have certainly come to life. And now the reach and the foul on Beyran. Well, the free throw line is always going to come into play in a tight game like this. So Hatcher exits the game. He's got 3 fouls. Athenau's in now. And this is the first free throw. Misses both incredibly. Who would have thunk it? He came in having hit all 12 of his free throws this season, and he just missed 2. San Miguel, tough pass, but a break for Tenerife, but just 0.9 seconds remaining. There's no way that PAOK should give away points on this possession with 0.9 seconds. They've got to defend that paint. Brusino goes out. Steiger, wow, can you believe it? He had a decent look. .159 remaining. A long way to go before this one's over. Morreira back in. Terrific contest. Athenau just missed a couple of free throws, brings it across midcourt. Γκος back in the game. Now Morreira. Oh, tough shot. Morreira ties it at 64. All that experience Morreira has playing with Angola's national team. Of course, he played for Larry Brown at SMU back in the day. SMU in 2015. So Southern Methodist University in Texas. Steiger from the right, great job. Γκάρετ getting a hand up in the face, but then on the miss, on the box out, foul is committed. Jones picks up the foul. That was a tough call as well, honestly. And Iverson now misses a free throw. One of 2, and he puts Tenerife back in front. by 1. 1:20 remaining. Tepitz brings the ball up the floor. Surely you put the ball in the hands of Χρυσικόπουλος. Γκος over to Morέiρα. Little jump hook from Morέiρα, this time short. Staiger, San Miguel, shot clock winding down. Iverson, you don't want to foul him. Morέiρα goes up for the rebound. Oh boy, here we go again, folks. Nervous finish. Γκος penetrates. Χρυσικόπουλος, the man of the moment, drives in, puts it up, puts it in! Another one! Of course it had to be him. Who else could it be? He has been utterly sensational tonight. Χρυσικόπουλος making the basket even with contact by Abromaitis. Well, in fairness, I didn't see any contact. He was acting like it. Wow. Χρυσικόπουλος, 24 points. 9 of 11 from the floor, 5 rebounds. Surely must be his best game in the Basketball Champions League. Certainly is this year. Saiz has the 15 points.
If МакФάντεν tries to play 1-1, red. МакФάντεν, red. Aggressive goes out.
Well, Χρυσικόπουλος' previous high this season was 19 points and a loss to Bond. He had 15 in the recent win over Nanterre. So he has exceeded that tonight by a long way. "25 years of age." Well, they're giving the instructions on what happens if McFadden has it. They're going to defend him red, whatever that means. Here he is. White knuckle time, baby. McFadden has it. Shot clock down, game clock down to 7. McFadden drives in, has the ball knocked away. Beyran puts up a prayer. It's short, and PAOK have won another close game. What a terrific defensive stand at the end. And you have to wonder what in the world were Iberostar Tenerife doing on that last possession. And another one bites the dust in terms of the ranks in the unbeaten. Iberostar Tenerife fall at home. PAOK have won 4 in a row, led by Linos Χρυσικόπουλος. They've won it 66-65 at Iberostar Tenerife. Well, generous applause from the Iberostar Tenerife fans for both of these teams. That fourth quarter was pure magic. I mean, that was incredible. It's a shame for Tenerife that their last possession just netted nothing. I mean, not even a decent shot. 34 apiece on the boards. Tenerife had more assists. PAOK had more turnovers. Saiz was terrific tonight in defeat. Γκος, 2 steals. You know, you got to really wonder now with Morέiρα, the 12 points, Kounyadis with 8. You know, Moréira came through in the clutch as well a few times. you have to wonder about PAOK. I mean, this could be a team that could be dangerous in this competition on this evidence. You know, I questioned the value of their wins before tonight, but to come on the road and win in Tenerife, this puts their team and their winning streak into a completely different perspective. Χρυσικόπουλος, he was just in the zone tonight. He became a star, really, folks. He was unbelievable. And here's some of the highlights as you digest it. Just so many great games in the Basketball Champions League that, you know, we're really getting spoiled, and this is the latest. Moriah, how tough was that shot from him? Hatcher made some plays. Steiger hit the three. It looked like the way they were ratcheting it up in this fourth quarter that Iberostar Tenerife were going to have enough. Hatcher hit that one. Then Beyran hit that one again, putting him back in front. Moriah, tough shot by him. But this was it. This capped an absolutely brilliant performance by Linos Χρυσικόπουλος. Look at him. But I don't know why he was grabbing his eye. He faked me out as well. I would have called the foul. And then on further review, there was no foul. So, again, the game won 66-65 by PAOK at Iberostar Tenerife. And I'm waiting for the standings. That's it.